Okay, we're at Gossard Studios here today. I've got Nick Pierce from Unearth, the band Unearth, in the studio, and we're cutting some tracks for a tour that he's going on. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, me and John Luca are going to Japan for more or less a clinician slash festival run. We're going to be in, Tokyo, Nagoya, I believe Osaka. But it's like about a 5-day run, and it's going to be me, John Luca, and then a fellow by the name of Izeo over from Japan, and then his band Spark 7. So more or less we're going to be playing a combination of Spark 7 songs, which had Thomas Lang's drumming on them, and then we're going to be playing a few Breath and Nibiru songs, and then some of John Luca's solo project stuff. So stuff that we're recording this weekend, we'll be playing one of those tracks, and then we'll be playing about 3 or 4 other tracks of his from his previous solo albums.
Okay, cool. Now, how long have you been with Unearth?
I've been with Unearth for about 5 years now.
And you guys toured Australia last year, I hear.
Yeah, we just went to Australia, did a 2-week run with Nile, played a bunch of different spots down there, and then we also went to Indonesia for a couple of shows. Got a nice stay in Bali for a few days, so it was a good trip.
And you're on what record label now, currently?
Unearth is on E1, and then Breath and Nibiru isn't quite signed yet. And John Luca's album, I'm really not sure.
So today we have a huge drum setup. I mean, I've probably got 24 mics on this kit today.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. How do you like the sound you're getting out of the studio?
It's incredible. When you first go into the studio, you never really expect or know what to expect. But the first thing we noticed when we got in here was all the toms sounded incredible out the gate. Hardly any tuning. The thing just synced into the room real quick. So hearing that over the monitor was impressive. It's been this tom sound you've always been waiting for, And then we went through several different snares, getting things dialed in, and we ended up going with a 13 by 7 Tama SLP snare. And then we're using an Evans ST Dry on top of it with a little bit of moon gel action. But yeah, so far everything that I've heard in the studio coming from all the drums has been incredible. Same thing with the cymbal setup. I'm using all Zildjian stuff. With all the overhead mics and the spot miking, there's incredible clarity in here. The sound is very tight and compressed. It's like everything you want to hear in a metal recording.
So if you compared it to some of the other studios you recorded at when you're cutting records, would you say this is, fairly high up in the category for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like I said, hearing the toms out the gate. I mean, that's really crucial in my playing and really crucial in the music that we're cutting. So in comparison to other places that I have been, at every spot I've gone, I've really never had problems with. It's always sounded great. But in here, it was one of those sit down and play kind of things, and right out the gate, you had what you wanted. So after we got everything dialed in, I couldn't be happier with what I heard in here.
All right. So you guys have a tour coming up for 2016, I imagine?
Yeah, Unearth's got a 4-week U.S. tour coming up. That starts March 15th and then goes to about April 17th. And then I've got a week off, and then that's when I go to Japan with John Luca and do all that kind of stuff over there.
Okay, great. Well, I really appreciate you giving me the time here, and I'm very fortunate to have you in the studio, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff.